All right, hey friends, we're out here at the Gear Street Learning Garden. I just want to provide another example of pruning our tomato plants. We'll start at the bottom here where we've got a few leaves that are getting a little bit yellow, maybe from some disease. So we're gonna do some bottom pruning, and I just want to quickly show you how I would do that. So these are off the ground, which is really good. Maybe they've gotten some water splashed up on them that's caused some disease, but they're just in a little bit poor health. So we're gonna actually remove them from the plant just in case there is some disease there, and that could be transmitted to the rest of the plant. So for that, all you're doing is you can just move them up and maybe move them down if it doesn't come off, but you're just pinching it off really quickly. This guy's looking a little weak here. See, we've got like a dead leaflet. So that one, I'd say we can just, there we go, side to side sometimes works a little bit better. And as you see, it kind of wounded the plant a little bit. We want to avoid just tearing off the plant so that you don't make a big wound. So just be gentle with them. And if we move up the plant a little bit, we'll look for a sucker. And so this one, we're just gonna keep to a few different leaders. We got 2 main growing stems there, and then we've got a couple here, and we're gonna leave those bigger ones to keep growing, but these smaller ones that are gonna just kind of hog energy and nutrients, we can pop those off. Again, it's really easy. You can just pop them off the plant, and then right up here, we have another one. It's tiny. It's not gonna do that well anyways, and so we can just pop that off. And then we will leave these because I think we might have some space for this sucker and this growing stem to go. But one thing I do want to remind you of is make sure when you are pruning things off, you're not pruning the last growing stem. So if I were to prune this one up here, this stem, that would actually end the growth of this plant. So we're gonna make sure we leave that. It has flowers on it and it's kind of curled up to start, and that's how we kind of know that that's gonna keep growing up. It's different than this big leaf here. This big leaf isn't gonna grow more flowers, and it's not gonna grow any bigger than this really. And so we could later on prune this if we want, but we wanna make sure that we leave this guy up here. And let's see, the rest of the plant is looking good. So we'll leave everything. We've got ours tomato clipped up. You could also just kind of wrap it around onto the net a little bit to help hold it up. We'll just leave that one as is. And this one's doing pretty good. And yeah, hope that helps.